TikTok made the biggest movie of all time, and today we're gonna take a look at how they did it. And somehow it all started with a bunch of slop edits. If you have been on TikTok over the past week or two, then you have seen this trend of slop polyester edits. Basically, they are these edits of characters who use the same song over and over again. It's the same style of edit. It's very easy to tell when you see it. Like, it's not some innovative, crazy thing that like, oh my God, I didn't know this is what I was seeing all along. If you've seen it, you've seen it. And normally, this would just be another TikTok trend, you know? I think something really weird happened this time. Because the exact trend we are talking about exploded right before the new movie, Spider-Man: A Brand New Day. Now, you might be thinking, okay, maybe this makes a little bit of sense, right? But there's more. There's more that connects it, and we're gonna get into it. But for that, we're going to have to go back in time to the very first polyester edit. On October 17th of 2025, a user by the name of JJ Edits Films made the edit of Iron Man.
I am Iron Man.
And only if he knew what this would do. The edit was so massive, so big, it was well received, critically acclaimed, one might say. So he went back to it. He went back to the labs and created more. Not one, not two, not three, but so many. Here's a few right here I'm gonna show you.
Ultra in the flesh. I'm on a mission.
Bitch. What mission?
Peace in our time.
And all these TikToks, they got millions of likes, millions of views. He was growing massively. Another TikToker saw this and was like, wait, if this guy's doing it, then why can't I? Why can't I be the one that evolves? This led to what came next. Because this is when Polyester Man, the legend himself, was truly born. November 16th, 2025. Although we did not know it yet, this was the start of something new. This video would become something much greater than itself, because little did the creator know, this one TikTok, this one measly video that probably took only like 2 hours to make, it would have consequences greater than he could have ever expected. It would set this man into a hiding to never come out again, because if it did, it might mean his life is over. But let's move back to my original question. You might be asking yourself, can a TikTok trend really sell movie tickets? And that's a fair question. I mean, I could simply say something like, someone sees this polyester Spider-Man edit, they get interested, they continue to look, they see the trailer, they see all this stuff, and then they buy a ticket and go see the movie, right? That would be a simple pipeline I could use. But there's a huge counter argument to that. Spider-Man's a huge character. He's already massive. He doesn't need edits, right? Right? He doesn't need them. But this is where things get interesting, okay? Because somehow this stupid trend that really should not have even been a trend would eventually lead to this big movie. One of the biggest movies of all time. Months passed and nothing really unusual came up, right? It was still just a trend. People were doing this over and over again. No one thought it was bad. No one thought it was weird. It was just edits that happened. People would make these edits of any character you can imagine. This trend probably has an edit of that character. Each one got hundreds of thousands of likes. It made people popular. It was huge. It was good for the ecosystem of TikTok, for these editors that were starving. They just needed these edits to get out there and get seen until it wasn't. A user by the name of user UXIA80BJ1 posted this on July 16th of 2026. This video got 500,000 likes and somehow created this one sentence that completely changed how people viewed editing as a whole. This description was so important, it might have altered the course of our history as we know it. In 100 years, historians might be talking about this very day, because this could lead to something horrible or something great. We are just gonna have to wait to find out. You might be wondering, what are those words? You've probably heard them already, and this is the start of them. What are they feeding these editors? If you have been in any comment section of any of these videos, then you'll know that's what they spam. What are they feeding these editors? What am I feeding these editors? What are these editors feeding me? And it just keeps going. But it all derives from this TikTok right here. Not only did he start calling them polyester edits, but he also started saying, what are they feeding these editors? This man, he's a renaissance man. We should all be thankful for him. Okay, that bit went on to a bit too long, but who cares? Let's keep going. So then we got a bunch of these satirical edits of this version after people started hopping on this bandwagon that this editing style is not good. So you'd see these edits starting and you'd think, okay, you know, this is looking pretty good. Like, this is a character I like. I want to see this good edit. Oh no. Spider-Man would show up and it would be over. You knew doom was coming. You knew there was no time to scroll and you were locked in. You gave them your view. You lost. And there's so many of these, so many different formats. You might never see it coming or you know in the first second, but for some reason you stay just to make sure.
Better go talk to him.
No, I got this.
George, maybe you should calm down first.
I got this.
Okay, this leads to how it brought about the biggest movie of 2026. Spider-Man: A Brand New Day came out on July 31st of 2026, right at the peak of this trend. And not only is it doing good, but it is doing amazing. It is the second fastest movie to ever reach $1 billion and is already 12th place on the leaderboard for gross income, whatever it's called, highest grossing movie. And that will probably move up by the time I am done editing this video. So it would be stupid to say that this trend was the only thing that caused this movie to do so good, right? I mean, Spider-Man is a huge character. One of the biggest of all time, if not the biggest of all time. What if I told you I had proof this happened? I can prove that Marvel wanted this to happen. They planned it. They set it all in stone. Since Endgame, Marvel has released 16 movies, and most of them have made way less money than the last. They're going downhill, and they're spending more each time. Except for 3 movies, 2 of them being Spider-Man and the exception being Deadpool and Wolverine, all 3 people in red suits. Okay, that has nothing to do with this theory, but I just thought of it right there. So Marvel really needed Brand New Day to succeed, not only because they need money. I mean, they don't need it, but they want money. And it's the last movie going into Doomsday, which might be their most expensive movie ever. They needed hype around the Marvel universe to continue growing. And that's when I realized something. That's when I tapped into the meta. What if Marvel didn't just take advantage of this polyester trend? No, they created it. Think about it. October 17th, 2025. The first edit.
I am Iron Man.
Do you not want to know what was happening then? They were directly in the center of shooting the movie itself. Going back to the edit, who was in it? Who was in the edit? Tell me who was in the edit. It was Iron Man, the face of Marvel. Coincidence? I think not. So I messaged the original editor. I asked him, do you work for Marvel? Has this been a part of your plan the entire time? And if he does not respond by the time I'm done editing this, then I think we know the answer. I think the silence is enough. Goodbye, everyone. I hope you can live with this.